Hi, my name is Juri and this is my note to self. Little one. Hi, little one. I wish I could put a smile and a hug through this letter. I cannot find the words to explain and reassure you that you are the same as those little girls you dream of changing places with. The only thing that is different between those girls and yourself is that you are having to face things that no other child of your age is equipped to deal with. So my environment was just surrounded by gangs, violence, drugs. I basically knew every hiding spot that they hid any drug you could possibly name of. I seen crackheads fight over these drugs. I seen them have sex. I see them knocked out on the sidewalk, my back porch, on the cars, on the slide of the jungle gym we had and on my backyard. But none of that scared me. It wasn't my outside of environment that was so afraid to me. It was actually living inside my house. I grew up in a toxic family. I grew up with a mother that didn't learn to love her children. I know you find it hard to put your feelings into words. I know you do not feel safe enough to express yourself in such a normal 7-year-old behaviors, like crying, stomping your feet, having a hissy fit. But let me tell you something, we are okay. We are happy. Don't feel worthless. Don't let others determine of how you feel and view yourself. You are beautiful. You are strong and wise. And most importantly, you are intelligent. And right at this moment, you may reading this and call BS. You may think to yourself, I am not okay, nor happy. The abuse didn't stop until I moved out, and that was when I was 19 years old. My first year of college, I was failing. My older sister kept saying, just dig yourself into work, dig yourself into school, that you don't have to live at home, you don't have to stay at home. So I scheduled every classes from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 4 days a week, working 2 jobs to not be at home. And it's sad to say, I was 17, 18, and still feeling this way, still feeling unsafe. My advisor kept telling me I should have just dropped out. I need to move out, I need to leave, I need to run away. But I was just too afraid. I was afraid of my mother. I know sometimes it may seem hard to believe that you have this incredible strength and this willpower to move forward. It's hard to see how strong you are when someone close in the family is breaking you down with every hit, kick, slap to the face, from physical abuse to verbal. Hearing those words, you're not good enough, you're too skinny, you're too boorish, piece of shit. Handling the abuse, the neglect, and pain all alone is one of the most difficult things we ever had to deal with. But listen, we made it through. At times it will get difficult, and our family paints this perfect picture. A loving family, a family that protects one another. In reality, it was complete opposite. Our mom was the abuser. You were hurt too many times from this person you're supposed to lean on. A figure to follow, not a monster, who abused you until there were blood, marks, and so on. I am so sorry that consequences beyond your control you are in this present situation. I wish it was otherwise, that you were being raised in a safe environment and had the support and care that you need to flourish. Our life was full of darkness, and when I see you drop to your knees and cry, turn into the fetal position, and rock back and forth, destroys me. So I first, when I hit my early teens, between 10 or 11 years old, that's when I started doing drugs, the basics, weed here and there. Then when I got around 13, I started to experiment more, was around my environment. I started to steal. To this day, no one knew that. And the reason why I wanted to go into drugs is to just have a sense of freedom, to not feel the pain or the neglect or feel it just keeps having me thinking that I wasn't enough or I didn't belong. And those ways of using drugs and alcohol, it was just a way to just escape. And when that didn't help, and when I couldn't find that high anymore, my safe spot, I went to just affect pain on myself to make me focus on the pain that I'm causing myself and not the pain that my mother caused me. And not to pain that not just my mother, but other people, other men. I was young and I didn't have to deal with none of that. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to. And that was my way of telling myself, this is my exit. If my mom doesn't destroy me, I'm gonna destroy myself. I wish that you didn't fill me with anger, make me want to roar, scream, and cry, but that wasn't the case. When you dropped to your knees and yelled, why is this happening to me? I didn't ask to be born. In those very moments you felt so small, your spirit was shattered. Those negative thoughts got the best of you. Don't be ashamed. I already accepted all the self-harm we did on our body. The self-cutting, the drugs, the alcohol, even you attempted to commit suicide. Don't be afraid to speak the truth. This is what makes us stronger. I can truthfully tell you that a few more years you will adapt and adjust. Abuse will be a thing to learn to live with. You will get to know its patterns. You will learn to float away from the pain. It breaks my heart to tell you. However, its own way, it will be a blessing. Learn to say thank you. Thank you for teaching me my worth. Thank you for showing me I deserve better. And now you are just a few months into your 15th year. I can tell you that the next 3 years are going to be hard. Put you through stuff that you really make you doubt your sanity. Test you. Your anxiety will get worse. You won't feel safe. Your depression will become severe. Your sense of self will be non-existent, and people who should love you will turn their back on you. And not only your mom who hurt you, but others as well. You had your fair share of abusive relationships. The ones who manipulated you, repeated the same words you already memorized. Until you become mature enough, please know that these people who harm you do it because they are suffering. They hurt others because they are hurting. And know that things will get better. Not soon enough, but soon. I also know that you have the strength and drive you need to survive. As you grow in confidence into your adult self, you will see that you don't have to put up this bad behavior. That you have what it takes to speak up and protect yourself. For reasons that you will later make sense of, your parents chose not to acknowledge the wrong they objected you to. And that's okay. Please don't avoid the things, places, or people that make you anxious. You will learn to battle through them all. You know those nightmares you constantly have, the ones you have learned to live with, are not normal. They are caused by trauma you have lived through. These nightmares will eventually drive you to seek therapy. Gradually, you will learn to come to understand that your fears are not based on anything real anymore. That war is over. That you have the resources and power to protect yourself, to keep yourself safe. You will never forget those hard times, but later in life you will come to understand and appreciate the valuable things that they taught you about yourself, about others, and about life. They will serve to make you value freedom, love, and compassion. Will make you strong. You will start to feel liberated and realize that you can let your guard down. Relax and enjoy your life. You will learn to put these dark clouds behind you and let the light is waiting to shine upon you. You will learn to let go. Just know you have improved. I am glad that you did. You are able to drive to school, ask for information, call in and make an appointment, etc. All by yourself. You are more confident to stand and rise to the challenges. You'll also learn to stop comparing your life to others. You kept telling yourself life is perfectly imperfect. That most importantly, you learn to love and appreciate yourself before you want to be accepted or loved by others. You learn to love yourself. I am proud of you. My advice to those kids that is going through any traumatic abuse from their mom, dad, sisters, siblings, uncles, aunts, whoever, just know there are people that is willing to help as long as you speak up. I was too afraid to not speak up. I was too afraid to tell a teacher because typhus would take me. And all those stories you hear that there are bad foster families. I'd rather take the chance with foster family than living an 18-year life being abused and neglected. That takes a toll on yourself and your mind, and nobody should go through that. Find someone, speak up, talk to somebody. It could be a friend, it could be a teacher, it could be an officer, whoever it is, speak it. Because as long as you tell your truth, there's always going to be a solution. My name is Juri Shapiro, and that is my note to self.